Hi, I'm Annika Johnson from Al Johnson's in Sister Bay. I hope you enjoy my new video series called Door County Girl. These are stories of my life, the people and places that I love, and of course how we all survive here in northern Wisconsin. You can come back as often as you like, but don't forget to subscribe to Al's YouTube channel. I'll be posting lots of really cool new videos. So let's go! Welcome to another episode of Door County Girl. And today I'm back with my little friend Mindy again. And Susie didn't join us. She got a little under the weather. I think we rode her into the ground yesterday. Not really, Susie. You could run circles around us.
I was going to say, yeah.
We're teasing. Anyway, we're here. We did the Hotz Trail yesterday at Newport State Park up in the northern door, up by Ellison Bay Gills Rock area. And we're going to do the Europe Bay Trail today. And it's a great day. We had snow the other day and no wind today.
Fantastic day for a great walk. Looking forward to it.
With a great friend. We love to walk, yeah. If it's not bussing tables.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, let's hit it. So, we were talking about earlier on the Hotz Trail and the history of all that. And then I know John mentioned, hey, is that where it really was? And not really where it was. But you're pretty convinced that that's where it was.
I'm pretty sure, because I remember going up there and taking pictures in high school for photography class.
Yep.
And those two huge pine trees, and one was knocked over. But it's changed so much. I mean, it's grown up so much from, that was a long time ago.
And you have a picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're supposed to dig it out.
Because the pump was right in that corner there by the pine trees in the corner of the house.
And I'm going to put a shout out there. If anybody has any pictures of the old Hotz home, please contact John at Door County Publishing because we want to get some photographs of that. If Mindy can't find hers.
Yeah, I have no idea where they're at.
We don't know exactly where it is. So if we stop right here, this trail can continue on right here, and then we just came from there. But over here, this is the beach.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
So you and I
so
know that we always, so like right now, if it was hot out, we could take a dip, which if we were polar bear people, we could just go jump in the lake right now.
Is this one of the campsites?
I think, yeah.
There's one of those cool chairs.
I think you can camp here, and actually
chairs.
I think Bo camped here. My son, we were talking about how they camped right by the lake, and they could go swimming, and they had a campsite. So these are the sand dunes.
You want to go walk and see who that one was dedicated to?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
I think this is such a great idea to donate one of these cool Bob Spielman
these little
chairs.
benches.
Yeah,
they have them all over by the marina. I like that. So my friend Katie Zander and Sarah Zander like to go sit on their anniversary of their mom's passing or on her birthday. They'll go sit on the bench that's out on the end of the dock there and watch the sunset.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. So things like this. I'm not quite sure who they were. But Lorenz. I wonder if that's Lynn Lorenz. Do you know the Lorenz that's now grassy?
No, I don't know.
That could be spelled differently though. I'm not positive. But they have a farm when you come in here by Uncle Tom's Candy Shop. And right on the left side as you're driving to this area, the little goat farm. They have the little goat. They have the miniatures.
Oh, I love that farm.
Yeah, that's Lynn.
That's so cute. That's so cute.
And she used to work for us. She was a waitress. But I don't know if this is her dad or her grandpa, or I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe it was her dad. Well, anyways, I like those kind of things.
They're very cool.
Well, this is a beach.
Look at how beautiful it is.
Yeah, and we can walk. Earlier, I walked all the way to the end and then back, and then walked to the end and back over there. It's nice to come in the winter because then I don't have to put Jolene on a leash down here. You know, you're supposed to put dogs on a leash. But when I came down here, there was like 4 or 5 other people with dogs down here that weren't on leashes, and they all loved each other. So
I remember this place because see where that angled tree is? There used to be a little clump there. And as kids, when we'd walk from my uncle's house, and then we'd walk along the beach, and we knew that was the spot to come up into the trail and pick up the trail to go back over to Europe Lake.
Yeah, you really can't get lost on this trail, right?
I
mean, it's like
it always, well, it kind of loops. You might take a little bit longer loop.
Yeah, and if you get lost, you just come to the beach. Yeah.
Are we going back in that way? Or walking along the beach up to the rock?
Doesn't matter to me.
Whichever.
Let's take the beach. We already were in the woods. It's really nice down here.
It's gorgeous. I love it when the ice starts to form like that and just the little tiny little icebergs.
And you know what? We never get the beach to ourselves. So in Door County, if you want the beach to yourself, you come in the winter.
That's right.
And it's still really nice out here. Now today it's not very windy, so it's a perfect day to come down here. I mean, if you dress appropriately, you could come down here and have even a little picnic. And you can pretend it was a nice day.
It'd be nice to build a fire.
I know.
And be warm by the fire.
Now we haven't seen the sun in probably about, do you guys want to walk this way or do you want to walk this way? Okay, we'll go this way. So the sun hasn't shone for probably a month.
Yeah.
In Door County. We're all wondering when the sun's going to shine.
I'm sorry.
Ah, well.
I was down south enjoying the sun in Florida for a
Mindy
bit.
went to Florida
Panama
for
City
Christmas.
Beach, yum.
Yeah. We didn't really have much snow for Christmas up here, so it wasn't very Christmassy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I was going to say? Mindy and I were talking about her relatives had a house when you come up to where you park back there, because there's only one parking area really.
We learned yesterday that that area is now called Liberty Grove Town Park.
Yeah, we stopped at our the Blue Bear, had lunch. We went over to my friend Camilla's store, which everybody should check out Camilla's store. It's super cute. It's right next to the Blue Bear downtown in Ellison Bay.
Super reasonable prices.
Go Camilla. And a
lady popped in looking for, what was it? Mailbox. It was like, it used to be geocaching, but now they have like mailbox caching or something.
Yes, something like that. They were geo something or whatever.
Yeah.
And she didn't know where Liberty Park was.
Yeah, Liberty Grove Town Park. And I'm like, all of us locals were like, whoa, never heard of it. I don't know.
So we Google it and we find out it's out here.
It's Europe Bay Town Park. It's like, that's just Europe Bay Beach, isn't it?
We were just there hiking. We didn't know they changed the name. I don't think the name was that forever.
I don't know.
And we just know to go to the Hotz Trail, go to Newport and go hiking, right?
It's like turn left at the White House at the intersection.
Yeah, we don't even know roads up here. It's like, I always go, who are you trying to find? They live over by that greenery down the road. There's a red barn, and what's the name of the road? I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of funny. But
my uncle.
Your uncle
built the house, Larson's Shack on the Shore.
Yeah, and she calls it Shack on the Shore, but Rolf and I, my brother, remember it as Shack.
Hang on a second.
I should have texted them last night.
Yeah, it says Shack o' the Bay.
Shack o' the Bay.
Yeah.
So our goal is to get up to that rock outcropping, is that correct?
Correct.
All the way down there?
Yeah, to the end.
Oh, wow.
That's why I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be easier to walk through on the beach.
Be careful so you don't trip here. Are we rolling?
Yep.
Okay, so you're...
My uncle had the place.
And it was, you guys call it...
Larson's Shack on the Shore.
And I always called it Larson's Shack o' the Bay. It was like a piece of driftwood, and it said Shack with an O, the Bay. Shack o' the Bay.
You know what's funny about that sign? Is that was painted over an old sign that my uncle had for his pony rides that they used to do in Sister Bay at the top of the hill where Scand and Burris's house was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They had pony rides?
They had little pony ring rides.
How come I don't remember that?
It was way before our time. This is when my mom was a little girl.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because the only pony stuff I ever knew was every now and then Liz Shampo's grandpa would let us walk down here on the sand. Liz Shampo's grandpa had a little pony, and he'd make us come over and he'd walk us around on their little pony in the woods there by the old feed mill.
Yeah.
His name was, I can't remember, I think it was like Pee Wee or something.
That's literally icy there.
So why did they sell this?
I'm not sure, but it got absorbed into the park. But you can still see on the tree the nail holes for the
sign?
No, not the sign, but the stairs that he had built as a spiral staircase around the pine tree up to the second floor.
Oh, okay.
It was so cool. You can still see the holes in the tree.
You should have gotten that place. It'd be nice out here.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
something to be said about, we always see the sunset over in Sister Bay,
Oh,
but I
but
bet
the
the sunrise is
sunrise.
amazing because
Yeah.
out at my house, I live on the dead end of Humbug Road, and sometimes when I get up in the morning and the sun comes up, it is so orange and gorgeous.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like the sun's setting, but it's coming up, but it only lasts a short time
Right.
before it gets up.
Yeah.
But this right here would be beautiful to wake up to every day.
Oh, gosh.
And then
Yeah.
you could just get up and take a little swim.
I was going to say the best part of that would be the swim in the
Yeah,
morning.
we can take a little dip in the Lake Michigan.
Yep.
It's not cold in the summertime. Some
No,
people
it's
think
beautiful.
this water's cold in the summer.
But this is a nice shallow bay. It doesn't get, I mean, even though it's Lake Michigan, this heats up nicely.
Yep, yep.
Because it's not deep.
And you know, there's kind of a rule in Door County that I call it the Annika rule. I don't know if people believe me, but when the wind is blowing from the north,
Yep.
the water is like a bathtub on that side, on the west side, because the warm waters are coming in.
The surface water. Yep.
But if the water, if the wind is blowing from the south, like southeast, it's so cold on that side,
Yep.
but it's really warm on this side.
Yep.
So everybody
that
should
warm
pay
surface
attention
water. Yep.
to the direction of the wind because that determines on which beach we're going to go to that day.
Yep.
Because I remember going windsurfing and I'd say, well, I got to wear a wetsuit today if I'm going to go over by Ephraim because it's a south wind.
Yep.
And it's going to blow offshore.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold. But if it's in the fall, sometimes you could jump in the
Oh my
water
gosh.
and it would be so cold in the air, but the water is
so
like
warm.
a bathtub.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are the best wave days. Remember getting off of the bus downtown
Yes.
Sister Bay, bringing our
Yes.
blankets?
My mom
down
would
there?
have all our sleeping bags ready for us. We'd all jump the big
Go the huge
northwesterlies.
waves.
And oh my God, those were fun. That was so fun. That was fun. Another rule, and
I
Mindy,
remember trying to hang on to the dock. That was like the goal of trying to hang on to the dock as the waves washed over us and then let it go.
Yes.
Whew.
And they were all low
Yep.
docks with
Yep.
seaweed on them, so
Yep.
they were slippery, so you would never hurt yourself. The other rule Mindy knows
Yes.
about the lake and living by the lake, you never go to Sand Bay Beach or Newport State Beach without going on the beach and doing what first to decide whether you want to stay or not.
Checking for flies.
Yes. Nobody
The
believes
biting
me.
flies. Oh my
You-
gosh.
Yeah.
I pulled up, and I know, I'm not kidding you. I pulled up with the kids, my kids, a long time ago here at Europe Bay.
Yeah.
We parked the car, and the flies swarmed
Oh yeah.
the car.
So
like
bad.
on the outside. It was horrible. They were like attacking the car, landing on it. I said, yeah, kids, we're not even getting out here.
Yeah, like a
Time to
Stephen
go.
King horror film.
It was like the birds but the flies.
So the flies, you do your 5 second.
Yep.
Or no, not 5 seconds,
You
5 minutes.
Check to make sure the flies aren't biting.
Exactly, because if you haul all your stuff out and all the kids are already in the water, you're like the enemy if you try to pile them back in the car again.
Yep.
But you know, you can always go over to Ellison Bay Beach or Sister Bay Beach. They have an awesome beach and I love it over there.
Yep.
And I prefer it over there anyway because every time we come over here, sometimes the kids just bring all the sand in the car and like blah, blah, blah.
Ellison Bay actually has a really nice little beach.
I know. They
Especially
have a big,
for kids.
They have a big playground. We
Yeah.
always went there after school with
Yep.
Bo. He
And the
loved
bathrooms
it.
are nice and clean and close to the beach.
Yep, they have a little, what do you call that, a shelter house? I
Yep.
call them a shelter house.
Yeah.
What do you call those? Gazebo?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you can
the
sit
gazebo.
under there if it rains and have a little picnic. I like those
Do
kind
they
of things.
still rent the women's club
I think so,
out
yes.
for like special events or like a
Yeah,
family
and
reunion?
we've been to
thing?
many weddings there
Oh.
and birthday parties there. I still think you can rent it.
They redid the tennis courts. Those look really nice.
Yeah, so if anybody's looking for a little small venue to have a family reunion, you should check that out because it's the Ellison Bay Beach and they have that little,
The women's club.
yeah, yeah. You know what this reminds me of right here, this little stretch?
What's that?
When you go to Sand Bay Beach, it looks like this,
Yep.
but then they have the fishery out there
Yep.
where they do all the fishing nets and all the fishing boats come in over here. And this is a much bigger beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see all the damage from the windstorms.
Oh my
and the
God, I know,
rain.
look at all this.
Yeah, this end of the park really took a big hit.
It gets nailed. If this
Yeah.
is a south wind, there's nothing to block it. It
Nope.
just comes right in. Okay, so what's that out there? Do you know? That little island?
Is that Spider Island?
I don't know.
Or is that Pilot Island with the little lighthouse on
I'm
it?
not sure.
Pilot, I'm pretty sure.
Pilot Island?
All the cormorants.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
It's
always wanted to go
naked.
on those islands, but everybody says if you don't like flies,
Don't go.
don't go because all the birds live there and
Oh,
the
I
flies
bet.
bite like crazy.
Oh, I bet.
So,
And it stinks.
weren't they trying to do something with the lighthouse over by Washington Island, and it's really bad over there with the cormorants too and the flies? You can be a day guide there because they'll give you like a little tour.
Oh, really?
Kind of wanted to do that once.
Is that on Plum Island?
I need to learn about it first, though.
I think that's on Plum Island.
Yeah,
They
the one
did
closer to Washington Island. Yeah. But I heard that the flies bite over there.
I heard there's lots of snakes.
There's a snake island. And then my mom and dad would always make fun of that. Well, you know, if you go to Spider Island, all you do is get bit up by spiders. We can't go there. If you go to Snake Island, you better watch out because there are no poisonous ones, but they'll be everywhere. And then...
Look at the little ice cap on top of that rock.
Oh, yeah. This reminds me of when it gets a little more rocky over here. I like those flat rocks you can go swim on.
Oh, like out at Tufts Point.
Yes,
We need
it's
to
so
go for a walk at
beautiful.
Tufts Point.
Yeah, that's gorgeous out there. Do you know that in my life, I'm 60 years old, and I was just telling Bill the other day, I've only been to Tufts Point twice.
No way.
Once when Bo died, and that was just, 11 years ago? And I have a nice picture of myself sitting on a rock with my Go Bo sweatshirt on and kind of looking off.
That's one of my favorite places to walk.
Someone took
The
me there
Eagle
because I had
Path-
never been there.
The eagle nest as you walk out, and the cool little cabins that are out there. The story of Emma Toft
Yep.
and how she used to. My grandmother's place, log cabin, isn't far down the road from that.
Yep. You have what was your grandma's name?
Gertrude Larson.
Yes, Gertrude Larson.
Her maiden name was Anderson.
And she had a cottage out there by the Fisher guys.
Yep, just past where Hickey's Fishing,
Yeah.
Bailey's Harbor
Hickey
Fish
Brothers.
Company now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Out
they've
there.
got good fish.
Yep.
Good seafood there. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
Yeah. Well, I like it
It's
out
getting
here.
nice and rocky here.
It's getting kind of treacherous now, guys.
Careful.
If you do winter hiking, you have to watch out because it's very icy. I see a lot of people wear those things on the bottom of their boots.
Those grabber things?
Yeah, those grabbers.
Look at all the zebra mussel shells.
Yeah,
I think that there's a trail right up here that we can use that
because we're going to make it up to this little point up here. You know, everybody wonders if it's shallow over here. It's shallow and sandy. A little bit of rock, but not so bad. Good swimming. If there's no trail, we just make our own trail. I can't tell you how many deer trails I follow when I go hiking, and I'm like, oh boy, where am I now?
I think we're on a deer trail, but I know that there's another one right alongside here someplace.
Well, we're only going up to this little point, right?
Yep,
Up here.
here's the trail.
What's good about this is that it's so open in here. You can see everything. Oh, here's a trail, yeah. Good job, Mindy. You're like a trail guide.
I did tell you that my great-great-grandmother is from Lapland.
Yeah. So Mindy went to Iceland.
I have that natural nomadic genetic
Oh
code
yeah,
in me.
you have a little homing device to things. Yep. Mindy went to Iceland too.
Yep, I did.
Yeah.
I learned how to knit there.
And she's a knitter.
I knit the sweater there.
Yes, but yesterday Mindy had a beautiful sweater on, and she knit that herself.
They're
I'm
so
trying to get her
warm.
to
What
get
I
me-
love about them is that they're nice and warm, and they're soft wool. It's not scratchy wool.
They don't itch.
Yeah, because of all the lanolin in it.
Right.
And then they're really, really water repellent.
Yep.
Repellent, not proof.
Not waterproof, people. Water repellent. There's a difference. Just remember that.
But they're very
I'm like, why
effective.
am I soaking wet? My jacket's supposed to be waterproof. Oh, water repellent.
Oh, here's another.
Yeah.
Aren't these called Leopold chairs? This style?
I don't know.
I think so.
Whose bench is this one? This is a nice little spot.
Wow, look at that tree.
Oh, you can't see it.
Oh,
There's
this one
nothing
isn't.
there. Just
This
a bench.
isn't a.
Just a bench. We're just gonna gaze at the view. Okay, Mindy.
sauna
Oh
time?
yeah, that a girl. Yeah,
Beautiful.
so nice.
You
could
imagine
have
the
a little
storm that took
picnic here, see?
that one down? Oh my gosh.
There's all kinds of little places you could have a little picnic. The kids can climb on this tree. What kid doesn't want to climb a tree?
Or swim out to the rocks. So this is the beginning of the Death's Door Pass, where the waters meet from Lake Michigan and Green Bay on the other side.
So to get a feel of where we are, people know where Death's Door is.
Yep.
And lots of ships gone down there. My brother always wanted to go scuba diving there, but the current is so treacherous under there, it's hard to go diving up there.
Yeah. But they have a really nice display over in, is that Garrett Bay? By those shipwrecks?
Oh yeah, when it's calm you can see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're coming up to the turn in the trail that heads back to Europe Lake.
Yep.
And then there's that cool cave-like
As a matter of
recess.
fact, I haven't been on this trail in a long time, and I don't remember this many trees down.
Oh no.
This used to be much more wooded here.
When that storm
But look at
came
all the
through-
trees down here. There had to have been a big bad storm.
There was a horrible storm. That was a long time ago, and that was when I was skiing it a lot. And there were huge trees, this big around in the middle of this, totally blocking the trail. Took a long time to get access to this end of the park again.
Yeah, they probably had to come out here and cut lots of trees off the trail. That
Yep.
one big tree that fell down back there had all those woodpecker holes all over in
Oh.
it. That's like my fireplace outside of my house. I wake
You
up
mean
every
on your
morning, what's
house?
that pecking noise on my house? I gotta chase those woodpeckers away because again, I live in a old farmhouse that has cluster flies and they live under the siding and those peckers
Is that what they're
go-
going after?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So you love them, but you hate them.
Yeah.
Yep. Farm life. I'm not even a farmer and I live on a farm.
You have a cool piece of property
I do
there that
have a
you live
cool
on.
piece of property
See,
out
here's
there.
the rock starting looking like
Yeah,
Cape
look at this
Point.
cute little bay right here. This would be a perfect spot to go take a little swim.
Careful on the rocks though.
Yep.
Right now it's icy.
It's like a mini cave point, but
Yep.
not as well known, not as photographed, I guess, or
A lot harder to get to.
yep,
Not hard to get to, but more than driving your car up and walking down.
exactly. Are we going to go check it out down here, or we're going to keep going?
We're gonna come check it out, right? Is that right?
There's a little, yeah.
Outcropping there.
Yep.
But there's a deep recess, and oh gosh, that used to be fun to swim in when the water was higher.
You know, it's funny because the water was high about 2 years ago, and now it's low again. Because I was over by my mom's dock, and I can see it's much lower again.
Wasn't around? I think it was around 87 because that was when my first child was born. The water was so high. Remember in Ephraim coming up to like the highway and flooding
Yes,
things,
it
and
was
in
all
Bailey's
over the
Harbor
road.
and the Ridges Road. It was horrible.
Yeah, my dad used to always say, oh, people always say that the water has never been like this. He goes, yeah. He goes, it's every so many years.
Yeah.
What do they call it? It was he had a rule, and all the old local guys said that every so many years you'd have a drought, and then it would come and it would be flooded. And then all of a sudden it would be a drought. They called it like an 11-year cycle or 10-year cycle, something. So they were on target with that. I had to fill my basement at my rental house.
Yeah,
That was a nightmare.
horrible. I remember
I had
that.
a pool for people down there. They didn't even know it. Could have brought a little raft and went floating on a hot day down there. Someone tossed me down the stairs a nice cold beer. I'm floating on the raft in Annika's basement. Don't tell anyone.
The little penguin or flamingo floaty beer can holders.
Steer clear of the furnace box and the electrical box over there.
You could put a little outboard in it, make it a whirlpool.
Yeah, exactly. perfect little spot down there. And when I had to go down there and fix my sump pump, I'd see leeches swimming around.
Oh,
I know. How are they getting in? I'm like,
nasty.
where are these leeches coming from? Isn't it weird how we never bump into anyone out here?
this is a long way out. But it's obvious that people are hiking out here.
I saw some people earlier. They just take that small Hotz Trail. That's why I say, when we were talking about if you don't want to hike a long way and you're burning daylight, this is a longer route, but the Hotz Trail is perfect for that.
Here's
And
that cleft.
nice little fresh air. It does everybody good.
Yes.
And I hike a lot because I like to keep my lungs healthy in case I get COVID,
Ugh,
which I've had twice.
yuck.
And that makes you feel much better if you can beat it. Oh yeah,
Right.
look, right here.
Yep.
It's like a mini cave point. Yeah, and there's even a bench right up there too.
Yep. There's another
that
one
you
here.
can sit. Rest a while.
Lana and Gary Groth.
That's awesome. So they
So I
probably
wonder
came
if
here.
that was just donated by them or in their name.
Yeah,
memorialized.
I don't know.
I bet you can do either.
We can always Google it. Isn't it fun to have your phone nowadays? You can learn history about everything.
You can find Liberty
Yeah.
Grove Town Park.
Yeah, come. I'm gonna
This
sit
other one
here
is
and-
really, really deep.
There goes Mindy. I'm just taking a sit. I'm gonna sit a while.
Okay, I'll check this one out. There's another bench over here as well.
Yep.
But this is where you can go down to the water.
Yeah. Let's get on that. Oh yeah, look at this.
But be
And there's a
careful.
little bench up on the bluff. And here's a little, oh, look at you. You found a little, I remember this place.
Yeah, and see when the
could come
water
down
was
here and go
high. When the
swimming.
water was higher, you could swim in here.
Yeah. I remember. It's a little slick. Be careful, people.
Now it's filled with all these stupid zebra mussels.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Yep. Yeah, you could take a little swim right here. Hang from that tree. There's your tree. That's my tree. That's your tree. That's Bill's tree and John's tree.
This has been a great walk,
Yes,
Annika.
oh my God, this is awesome. We love getting out in the winter. Mindy's not here very often now. She's an Arizona bird, but she gets to come up on the weekends, and whenever she's up, I'm like, oh my God, let's go outside and do something.
Yeah.
I hate being in the house.
Next time we need to bring a pack and go bring something to cook over the fire.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
Go do a fire.
Yeah,
over at
Mindy's a
Newport.
great cook. She could whip up anything anywhere, so. Well, I'm so glad everybody got to take a little hike with Mindy and I, and yesterday with Susie and I.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mindy. I wish you were living up here year-round. Yeah, well, I got a dog to walk with, so that's all right, too.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Door County Girl, everyone. And don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom of the page. And you can find some other fun episodes of me and some other friends. And we keep coming up with good ideas. Mindy shot some good ones out to me. And yeah, everybody's interesting up here. So we have a little list of things. So see you next time, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, go ahead. You go first. I'll catch you if you fall.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching Door County Girl. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.